Welcome to Rocket League Sinfonian series. I am your host, Randomize, and with me is a very unmuted person we like to call Cools. How you doing, Cools?
I'm good.
Oh my god!
I was just messing with you.
I got confused. I'm like, wait, did I completely mute everything?
No. Oh no, I'm doing good.
Good, man. Yeah. So tonight we got two games. One of them will be Ditto Dudes versus SDG in Group A. And then the next game will then be Need Boost versus Ocean's Rage. So this will be some good games tonight. I remember Ditto Dudes and SDG season 1. We're kind of just duking it out a lot. It was a lot of it was SDG, MFB, and Ditto Dudes, and now it's S2, Mr. Cats, and Ditto Dudes. So Ditto Dudes has always been like kind of locking themselves in the middle there. So I'm pretty impressed with that, you know. So we're this is gonna be a pretty important game tonight, because if SDG wins tonight, that will make it much harder for TEO next week to go up against SDG to take their spot. So right now SDG is sitting in 4th place. They are focusing on trying to win tonight. And even if they don't win the whole thing, they need to at least take one game tonight to secure a better stat against TEO. But with Ditto Dudes being in 3rd place, 4-3, Ditto Dudes is locked in. They are set and ready to go for the playoffs, as well as S2 and Mr. Cats for Group A. So it's up to Ditto Dudes to either make this more interesting for Week 10 by beating SDG tonight, or SDG wins tonight and makes it 10 times harder for TEO next week. But when we're looking at the stats here, I mean, everything looks pretty even. The only thing I can see a little bit of a bigger number is the shots per game. They can averagely get about 5 shots in, whereas SDG can only get 4 in. But even then, their goals per game match it. Assists, they both at least 1 assist a game. And then saves are right around the same thing. Even the shooting percentage nailed 37% perfectly. So it's weird, because SDG was like the dominating team last year, and now they're just struggling to stay out of the bottom. Stats wise, everything is going to look even, but you know, it's gonna be hard to say who we expect to win tonight, just because of the fact that Ditto Dudes started off with a little bit of a rough season. I think they went like 0-2 right off the bat. And then from there, they just started kicking off. I mean, they even took a game away from Mr. Cats, my team, who is right now seed 1. And they took a game away from S2, but when they had a sub. And speaking of which, they actually have a sub tonight. They have Divine Juicy again, who subbed in last time and gave a run for the money for S2. Even though S2 beat Ditto Dudes that time, it was a close match with Divine Juicy. So SDG is now going to have to deal with that middle/high tier wild card. So do you have anything you want to talk about before we start switching to predictions?
Well, with Ditto Dudes, and we just did a little bit of scrims with them, just a little have fun kind of thing with Ditto Dudes with their sub. And instead of 2 monkeys in this entire I'm gonna use the term monkeys as in they go for like a lot of shots. 2 monkeys as in Danny and Fox. I believe they now have 3 monkeys with Juicy on the team now, because I know Seth didn't really go for as many shots as Juicy did whenever we were scrimming. But like now that like they have 2 monkeys on Ditto Dudes, I think like Ditto Dudes has like a really, really good chance of winning this tonight. They already did before, but I feel like Juicy would I feel like it increases their chances a little bit, because Juicy is, like, in my opinion, a really good player. But I think it'll be up to like Ginger to like maybe step up a little bit and you know, try to go for more shots as well, and that'll probably even it out.
Yeah, you know, Juicy's actually pretty good for a console player. Just because I know like they're like locked at like 60 frames per second, and it's like this game actually does a lot better when the frames are higher and you can allow your game to push more. So for being stuck at 60 frames per second, that's really not that bad at all. I got to give it to him. All right, folks, we're going to transition over into final thoughts and predictions while we do so. Make sure to vote in the chat either DD or for SDG, who you think you're going to win tonight. And also tweet at PMASGN RLSS and put a hashtag RLSS, and you might be able to see your tweet here in this stream as well. So with that, Cools, I'm guessing you're going to bank with DD tonight, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to think they're going to go 2-0.
You think it's going to be a 2-0 sweep?
Yes, I believe it'll be a 2-0 sweep tonight. With those scrims that we did with DD with Juicy on their team, I think they're gonna sweep because Juicy just looks like he fits right in with them right now. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I'm curious just because of the fact that we were just Fox just asked us, can you guys hop in and let's play some things, and it was myself, Cools, and Linda, and I was not warmed up. I even surprised I fell asleep today. I was in the middle of doing work and I just knocked out of my chair here. I've been sitting here this whole time, and I was not warmed up. And I was kind of curious to myself. I'm like, I wonder if I was warmed up, would they have been able to do as much work as they did? And I think because SDG is a little bit warmed up, that's when we will see. But I'm going to agree with you on DD winning this, but I'm going to actually think it's going to go into game 3. Because the only reason why I think this is because I've always commented about how Danny's emotional gaming isn't always the fun. It's rough for him because like this is what I've been hearing from their team. But like, Ginger and SS have been stepping up and they've really been helping Danny with just being prepared. And honestly, Danny, like, even though he hasn't been the talk of the show this season, he has been still pretty freaking good. Like he's there. He's just not wowing us anymore. And I think it's because he realized last season he had that room to do it, where this season he doesn't. And I think he's focusing more on team play, and it's almost making things a little harder for the rest of SDG. And I think once they realize like, hey, Danny's actually looking for you guys now. Like he's actually looking for you to play like a team, not like Danny does a thing and then you guys cover it up, I think, like I said, I think DD is going to win tonight, but I believe SDG is going to fight them for this one. I don't think it's going to be a quick 2-0 sweep. I don't think it's going to be easy for them. I think it's going to be a tough match. I will say this. I believe game 1, DD will come swinging out of the gates and take SDG. Like, that I believe will be a big scoring game for DD. But then on the other... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. On the other, like, once game 2 happens, I think SDG will give him a good surprise. But, Cools, the chat does not really have SDG in any hopes. 83% of you are voting for DD tonight. That's crazy. I think I saw like 2 SDG votes in the chat. So I'm excited about this. And I feel like after this season, I will have at least 4 to 5 lines of memes for everyone to comment. And I think we're going to have a randomized commentator shirt. Like, and one of them's going to be, wasn't able to do so. Another one's going to be, this will be interesting. I'm excited for this game. This one's very important. Used to be a Halo competitive player. I can literally start my own like shirt, like tee design, just because of, Sinfonian series.
Oh my god, yes. Now's my chance.
And yeah, okay. And then it's gonna be commentators stuff, and now's my chance. It's gonna be one of them.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, dude. So make sure, players, you have your cross platforms on, because we have a PS4 player tonight. That's something I'm very nervous about next season. We have an Xbox player and a PS4 player. Oh, so yeah. I'm nervous that will go wrong. I really hope they will fix that. I wish PS4 would just be like, all right. You know what? Fine. What happened? Cools? I think we just lost Cools. Yeah, looks like Cools in a very, very nice O face. Or did I lose everyone else? Did I lag? Please don't tell me I'm lagging. Yo, Cools died. I mean, he did make a weird gasping sound, so I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, but that is a great face. Folks, better start clipping this, because this is the only time you're going to get to see that face. New PMASGN emote. instead of the Craigasm, it's going to be Coolgasm. Oh my god, we should do this. I'm getting Swan on this, and it's going to be that face. All right. So I don't know where SDG is. They should be in here right now, and I don't know where Cools is. It's funny because like it completely shut. Oh, his PC just shut down. Probably had an update. Lol. That's kind of funny. That is actually really funny. All right, but yeah. So to continue with this, for a sec, Cools. Yeah, but to continue with this, I'm hoping SDG will get in here soon. I don't know where they are. All right, there they are. They are in. We are going to continue with this. I don't need him. I love Cools, but we'll be okay. Cools will make it in. He'll be back. He'll be here. So, with that, the players can join up. I'm cool commentating on my own. Cools will join when he gets back in. Once they start up, I'm really expecting to see some heavy-duty playing from DD tonight. So we'll see what happens. But here we go. Game 1 of round 9, Ditto Dudes versus SDG. Fox putting the pressure on early. Just whipping that one. SS whiffing and Danny Land following with no boost. Ginger. I love how Ninja Jinja is actually playing with the Dominus. He joined our side. Ooh, the ball is going straight to the net. Danny has been boostless for a while. Very dangerous for SDG. Danny went for the shot anyway, but was blocked. Squall looking to take this ball, control it. Was able to hit it, but was flipping around weird. Fox doing a nice job controlling this into the corner. Going to try to get this over 2 players from SDG. Squall went to take the shot, but cleared by SS the third. Juicy coming up, putting it on the back wall. Nice job by Danny to get rid of it before he did. Ooh, trying to make another play out of that. Squall looking to try to control this one. It's in the corner now. Ginger pushing it. Oh no! It hit off SS the third, but kind of went into the middle anyway. Fox doing a nice job with an aerial there. Almost putting that ball in, but Ginger doing a nice job using the crossbar to get that ball out of there. The ball is now centered up. Danny, oh, whiffing that one. Squall was not prepared for that one. So Fox tried to center it again. Juicy going to center this one up. Danny's ready for that one. The ball's going right down the middle. Squall doing a nice job controlling that straight up. Anyone from SDG was not ready to try and hit the ball into the center. All 3 SDG players are all bundled up, and there it is! Squall putting in the first point for Ditto Dudes. So random. What did you see here? Oh, well, you know, I just saw that all 3 SDG players really just bundled up and were not prepared. No communication whatsoever, and it was just a bummer. So Ditto Dudes is now on the lead, 1-0. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in game 1. The net is open again. Danny Land looking to control this one out of the corner. Clears it over Fox. Fox takes out Danny instead. Squall doing a nice job using the... Oh, he went to use the back wall to center this up. All 3 SDG players scrambling up again. Pushing the ball into the center. Ginger without any boost doing a nice job. And Danny putting that ball in, tying the game up 1-1. What a great play here. Ginger able to get the ball centered up just enough. And Danny getting that really tight angle and putting the ball in, and really just threw off all of DD. They were not prepared for that one. So we are all tied up with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the game. DD needs to put another point in if they want to be a threat to SDG. SDG looks like they're slightly warming up. I was going to say they look like they're warming up, and then I just saw a double commit. Oh, Fox almost getting a nice redirect there. Went wide out to the other side. Squall slowly arrowing up, but there was a whiff. Juicy last man back, trying to control the ball. SS against Juicy. Juicy centering this up for Fox. Danny clearing it out before that happens, but Juicy went to rotate back in. Squall opting to play a reverse roll here. Oh, it actually threw off a player. Oh my god, the ball almost went in. And I think Ginger saved the ball on the wrong side. That's what it looked like. There was a lot of action that was happening there. Got 3 minutes into this game. Fox trying to set this ball up for another shot. It's all centered up here. Juicy trying to get the double touch. Not able to get that shot. Did connect though. Triple commit from SDG, but the ball still did not go in. Juicy whiffing that one. Squall didn't. But it's centered up for SS. A little too far out for Ginger. Ginger was farther out back. Fox doing a nice job getting this ball up in the air. Juicy or Fox needs to get up. He went to center that. The ball is... Oh, Squall was not in a comfortable position, and that ball goes in. SDG takes the lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Everyone moved up. Fox was prepared to center that, and it just hit up the ball weird. And instead, Squall just came up a little bit too close. I think it was Squall in the back. Came up too close into the back and gave an open net to SDG. So SDG, it looks like they're going to have hope for this game, and completely ruined my predictions of DD coming swinging out of the gates. SS the third doing a nice job being that middle cutoff. Danny coming up, trying to get rid of this one. Center that one up. Ginger, double commit by 2 SDG players. Only Danny's back, and he only has no boost off the backboard. Fox putting the ball in, tying the game up 2-2 with less than a minute left in this game. Great play by Fox to read that one. Notice the ball going high, able to control that, and do a nice job just using the wheels of his car to just drop the ball, put that in right as 2 SDG players double commit, throwing off the entire rotation on the defense side. So we're all tied up now with about 45 seconds left in this game. SDG really needs to put some more pressure on this, and they have to stop double committing. There has been a lot of double committing and a lot of whiffs as well. Fox only going to center this one up. Danny clearing that one up, but Fox was right there to block it again. Squall, went to put that in the center, almost in front of Ginger to make him own goal, but just was able to dodge it in time. SS trying to control this one. He needs to get this over the players, and there it goes. Dannyland puts that ball in, giving them another point lead. 15 seconds or 14 seconds left in the game. SS doing a nice job controlling that ball. Danny reading the situation quickly, got up there and was able to put that ball in just in time before a DD player was able to rotate back for the defensive play. 14 seconds left in this game. SDG just needs to hang on for the last 10 seconds of regulation time. Otherwise, if DD can put this in, we're going to go into overtime in game 1. But with this amount of pressure, it's not going to happen. 1 second left in the game, and SDG takes game 1. That was a nice game by SDG. They were able to control that one a lot better. This is even though SDG was double committing a lot, this was a better SDG than what I've seen. So there's some miscommunications. There are double commits, but they make it up really quickly, and that's the important part, is that they make it up. When something like that happens, when an error happens, they do make it up, and that's how you're going to win this game. It's not about always doing the right thing. It's about how you're going to recover from it as well. If you make a mistake, how does your team recover it? And SDG showed that even though you can make a lot of mistakes like that, you can still win. But what's incredible is that DD has been putting a lot of pressure, a lot. You can see they all took 2 shots, and only 2 shots went in from Fox and Squall. And they were both assisted, which was nice. Danny doing a good job. 3 shots, 4 goals. It's really nice. And he got a bunch of saves. It's really important for him to get that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Cools in here. It looks like I may be commentating on my own again. But that's okay. Here we go. Game 2. SDG versus Ditto Dudes. SDG now having control of the ball right at the beginning. Danny looking to put that ball on the back wall. Fox doing a nice job pushing that out of the way before so. Fox doing a nice job staying connected with the ball, even with the low boost. Squall now playing some nice mind games. Fox putting that ball up in the air. Oh, and the ball goes in! Oh my god! What a way for that to go in! A clear from Fox, putting the ball way up in the air. It's on the corner. It's so hard to tell. Divine Juicy went to hit it, and I couldn't even see who it was, but it was technically an own goal, giving Ditto Dudes the first point of the game. Nicely done. Good say and good stop from Squall there. Now we're starting to see a lot more pressure from DD. DD just really needs to keep the rotations tight, keep them short, not do long rotations unless they're looking for boosts and have to rotate back on D. They just need to put the pressure on because SDG is scrambling up a lot. Even though they won that game, they are scrambling. There's another double commit. This is what I'm worried about for SDG. That once DD finally clicks and starts to notice that, that could be end game for them. But Ginger doing a nice job challenging that ball, trying to keep that one in the center. SS connecting with the ball, putting that off the corner. Squall following this one up. And nice clear, but Fox was able to stop that at the half line. Putting the ball right in the center. Juicy was too far up. He was not prepared to take a shot there. Squall's going to try to get up there over Danny, but that was a bad call. He should have probably just backed off really quickly and rotate back for his teammates. Squall all boosted up now, needs to just clear this one out. Does a nice hit all the way back on the SDG side. Danny was ready to catch this one. This is the old this is all season 1 Danny. He just waits for big clears, rotates back and pushes the ball over. So I'm glad to see the old Danny back. Nice to see him again. Danny doing a nice job defending that one, clearing it. Excuse me, my lunch is coming back. Ooh, little scary there. Ginger trying to back pass to a teammate, but didn't realize none of his team was back there for it. The ball centered up. Nicely done by Danny to clear it. Danny and Ginger got to coordinate this one now. Squall was able to read that just in time, connect with the ball, get it back in the corner. 2 DD players in the corner. Fox's last one back. The net is open. Fox doing a nice job defending that one. Squall and Juicy, little confusion there. Ginger reading that one. Ooh, tried to read Fox, just missing that one. Danny all by himself backwards now. No pressure from DD, so he's fine. Divine Juicy trying to clear this one out. Staying with it. Whiffing that one, so SS is going to try to control this, center this up for Danny. Danny looking to get this over Squall. A nice boom from Danny. Just needs to center this ball up. Someone needs to be prepared for that. Ginger doing a nice job tying the ball, tying the game up. Doing a great job using the back of his car to put that ball in. Danny, nicely done placing that for Ginger. Ginger doing a good job reading that. Fox was just not ready for that. So we are all tied up with 2 minutes and 13 seconds in game 2. SDG still holds the lead. If SDG does win this game, it'll be a huge upset of a 2-0 sweep that we were not expecting at all. SDG said, don't count us out yet. Danny almost putting that ball in. Ginger is now in the way. DD all scrambling up. SS the third doing a nice job controlling that. And Danny puts another ball in. Great pass from SS the third. SDG now up by 1 point. SS just getting exactly where he needed to be. Divine Juicy was getting caught in rotation, and Danny read the situation perfectly and put the ball in, giving SDG that lead they need. And the net is open again. Too many people all over the place for DD right now. Ginger doing a nice job putting that shot on, and Danny was the one who saved it. He said, no, let's not kill him. Oh, the ball almost went in. Squall was just scrambling in front of the net, and that's just accidentally hit it right into his car. Divine Juicy now going to try to control this one. Nicely done. He's looking at an open net and tying the game up 2-2 with 1 minute 26 seconds left in the game. Juicy just doing a nice job controlling that. Got it right over. I believe that was Ginger. And saw an open net. Ginger was the last one back. Opted to play the game very aggressively when I think he should have played that one a little bit more passively. So now 2-2. Game is all tied up. 1 minute 23 seconds left in game 2. It is now anyone's game again. Danny hitting that ball over Fox. Divine Juicy, last one back. Almost gets played by Danny. Danny was able to get on the ball. Tried to keep it as a grounder when Divine Juicy was expecting an air shot. Ball is still on SDG's side. They're struggling to clear this one out. Fox getting in the way, centering this up. Squall needs to read it. Squall does a nice job getting around SS. Danny whiffing that ball, so it's now in the corner. Someone needs to just get a good pass if DD wants to take this point, but no one's able to do it. SS the third, reading the situation, clearing this ball over to the other side. Fox trying to get this ball away. Divine Juicy doing a nice job clearing this. Ginger whiffing that one, throwing Divine off as well. He's at a boost, so he's going to have to rotate back. SS. Whoa. Squall not reading the situation at all there. Danny doing a nice job centering this ball up. Fox missing that. Another whiff by, I believe, SS the third. Juicy and Squall bumping each other up. There's only 17 seconds left in regulation time. They need to coordinate. One of the teams needs to just coordinate. 10 seconds left in regulation time. If they want to get out of here. Oh, the ball almost went in. Ginger just missing the target. SS the third center this one up. Dana was able to make contact. The ball is now up in the air. 1 second left in the game. And we're in overtime here in game 2. Both teams are just not getting that last second play they need to make. They're doing a pretty decent job playing on defense, a little bit of scrambling, but someone's always prepared for it. But in the end of the day, it's also the offense, because every time there's a scramble, the offense gets too hyped up and misses everything they need to get. So that's not the good thing. No one is fully controlled on either team. If one team can buckle down, realize, hey, guys, everyone's scrambling. We just need to coordinate and we'll be fine. Things will happen. But DD is struggling because they got a sub on their team. And SDG is just struggling right now. I can't tell you why. I can't give them an excuse. So hopefully that will stop and one of these teams will be able to put it in, because now we are 45 seconds in overtime. And it's not looking promising for either team to put a point in. Although the net is open on DG's side. Divine Juicy just getting back. Ball up in the air. Divine needed to win that one, and he did. Fox able to put the ball in, and that's it. Fox wins the overtime with 1 second spare for 1 minute game, or 1 minute overtime. And that's it. We are going to game 3 because Ditto Dudes takes game 2. Now, that was surprising. Divine Juicy doing a nice job hitting the ball off the side, and Fox just reading it. It was a little bit of a tough angle for Fox too. I was very surprised he was able to handle that shot, but you know what? He did a good job reading that last bit of a play and noticing that everyone was rotated out of the net for SDG. This is what I mean. There's no control for either team. There needs to be control. Someone has to start just taking that like commander role, that captain role, saying, guys, we are not concentrating, we're not listening, we're just kind of hitting the ball at each other. There's too much scrambling at the moment, and that's where these teams are both struggling right now. There needs to be a focus out of one of these teams. There's just, all right, slow down the game, watch what they're doing, because you can see there's so many shots on both sides. 6 shots from one side, 7 shots from the other, and only 5 goals out of everything. 11 shots were made in this game and only 5 were made. That's less than 50%. And it just shows that it kind of just looks like people are just shooting the ball. There were some saves there, but it wasn't a lot. It just was purely just hit the ball, This I'm surprised, because this isn't usually stuff we see in season 2. This is stuff that we saw in season 1. But hopefully we'll see some more Rocket League action, really team coordinations, not just a bunch of free-for-alling here in game 3, Ditto Dudes versus SDG. This game will determine whether SDG will have a better advantage against TEO next week, or will Ditto dudes, or Ditto dudes, because I do hear Diddle. We'll see if DD will actually be able to put S2 in a bit of a threat on taking their seed and making the brackets a little easier for them. Dang, SS had an opportunity to get a good shot in and just hit the ball the wrong way off of his car. Ginger trying to get a redirect, but Fox reading it. SS had an open net again and missing it. He just needs to capitalize on his shots. He's connecting with the ball, but he's not aiming. He's just hitting the ball because why not? And he needs to put that ball in. Centering that ball up. Danny reading a nice done and just missing the ball again. SDG has probably put at least 4 shots in, and we're only a minute into the game. And none of them connected. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's too much about this. There's nothing happening out of SDG. They're just hitting the ball. There's no reason for the hit. Like, I understand it's a shot, but it's like they're not controlling it. They're just hitting it. There's too much hype going on, but Danny sees an open net. Fox almost saving that. Danny did a good job reading that, and that ball goes in, giving SDG that 1-point lead. That's what I mean by hitting the ball for a reason. Danny saw Fox, knew what he was doing, and was able to put his car right in the way before he could put that clear. So SDG now holds the lead 1-0. Danny showing how to hit the ball with a purpose, showing this is how you play the game. So try doing that a little bit more out of all 6 players, and we'll see a much more hyped up Rocket League game, because right now it's pretty hyped, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I expected more, especially out of DD. Even with the sub, you know, Divine Juicy is a pretty good player, and yet he's just not meshing with the team too much. Open net again. Squall coming way too far out of that net again, but once again SDG is just scrambling and hitting balls left and right. We are finally looking at the SDG side. Ball straight over the net. Oh, and Divine Juicy, there he goes, puts that ball in, tying the game up with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Danny just hitting that pole on the side, was not prepared for it, and Juicy just doing a nice job double touching it on the crossbar and controlling it until the ball went in. All tied up here in game 3. The game is close, which is awesome. Never mind, Fox just put one in for me to tell me no, it's not close. But the game has been pretty close. These guys are doing pretty well. But Diddle Dudes now take the lead 2-1 off a nice kickoff goal. SDG needs to coordinate what they're doing properly. They need to be able to just move with purpose, hit with purpose, and I think that's what SDG's struggle has been this entire season. There's no move of purpose. It's just, okay, I think I'm rotating right, instead of just actually placing themselves right. DD is kind of doing the same right now. I know they got a sub, but we'll see. Danny trying to do some little air work, but not able to do so. Danny doing a nice job seeing an open net there, and he's going to tie this game up 2-2 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Nice read by Danny, patiently reading it, and long shots. This is what we saw in Season 1. This is how SDG won. Just a lot of Danny watching and seeing what was going on and just able to launch it across. So we are all tied up now. Squall doing a nice job controlling that. Ginger hitting the ball across again. Divine Juicy able to put this over into the corner. He's gonna try to get it over all 3 players. Takes out Ginger with it. SS the third doing a nice job getting around some players. Read by Divine Juicy, centered but went across. It's gonna center up very slowly, easy to read. Ginger was able to hit the ball but ends up centering it. Crossbar is the biggest enemy in this game, and that ball could have given the lead for Ditto Dudes, but it just hit the crossbar instead. Danny trying to clear this over all the players again, but the ball's slowly lining up with the net. Ginger doing a nice job clearing that ball out. Squall looking to put some pressure on SS and does a nice job, but SS just won that 50-50. Fox just, he's been hitting it a little late in the corner lately. So hopefully he can get a bigger boom out of the corner here. Oh, does a nice job reading Danny. Ball's going out. Divine Juicy following it up. We are 1 minute left in regulation time. All tied up here in game 3. This is now the tight game I was expecting out of these two guys. Ball's high in the air. Someone just needs to control this one. This is where things start going wrong for SDG. Miscommunication, but DD does not capitalize on these moments. There's so many moments that DD just give him these open shots where they're like the double, triple commit, and DD's just not capitalizing. They're not pressuring. They're not playing heavy, and it's just weird to see it. They'll try to play with a lot of pressure, but then everyone starts triple committing on the other side as well. 20 seconds left. And there's a good possibility if this game plays this slow, we may see an overtime, but oh, Juicy centered that ball up. No one's able to read it. Fox needs to get it out. Fox does a nice job getting that ball out. Juicy's going to try to follow this up, whiffing it. Needs to center up now for Fox or get a demo, get someone out of the way. And we are going to overtime in game 3. 2 overtimes. No one was playing aggressive there. Juicy could have just bumped the player out or be prepared for the shot a little bit better so that we wouldn't see this, but instead we are in overtime now, and the game is pretty balanced. Honestly, this game has been doing, as much as things have been a little weird with the way these guys are playing, it's still pretty balanced. Oh, Fox have to be careful. Oh, getting that ball out just in time, pumping his own teammate in the defense, but nicely done recovering. This is what I was talking about in game 1. It's all about recovery. When teams are playing sloppy like this, it comes down to recovery play. And both players in SDG on the same side of the net, so they have to be careful with that. No one was able to pass it past them, so they got lucky on that. Danny's going to control this one, putting it in the corner, looking for a teammate. Squall was able to clear it out in time. SS following this up, trying to center it, but it's too weak, so Fox is able to clear it. Danny's going to put this one in front for Ginger. Ginger hitting it into the corner. Oh, went to center that. Juicy needs to get this out before Danny can read this. Squall in the back. Nicely done. Danny's going to pass this one up. Fox, nowhere to be found. I actually thought he would come up for that one. Juicy now putting this off the back wall. Fox needs to read this one. Does a nice job opting back, realizing a player was going to defend that. Squall on the wall. Should probably get off of there and rotate back a little faster. Juicy doing a nice job contacting that ball. Ooh, Fox looking to put that in an open net. Just blocked by Danny Land. Again, Danny doing a nice job rotating back. SS went to defend that, but Divine Juicy put that over, and that's it. Ditto dudes, I don't know who won anymore. I'm getting all the names wrong. DD will take game 9 or round 9, and that will put SDG in the position that makes drama so nice. And you will see SDG versus TEO next week for what will be the elimination game. So GG to these guys. Ditto dudes just hanging in there at the last second. And I also want to throw this out that every game that just happened was a 3-2 game. And it was technically a reverse sweep. So good games to DD there. Like I said, it was a little of it was a very interesting game. Like, everyone was kind of flying around and everything. I was surprised to see what we saw. So I disappeared now because of the fact that the call ended, but I will try to get myself back in here. All right, let's see here. So here we are. I'm here now with a nice little background. All right, so I'm going to try and get someone to come in, but I mean, good games to these guys, really. They did an excellent job when it came to recovery game. It was a little weak on the offense. Defense was a little sloppy, but it became a huge recovery game, and that's the important part. As long as you can recover from the mistakes you've made, then that will allow you to win. All right, so the scores are updated, and DD now takes that one as well. And I would like to try to get someone in this call. We're going to get a video call up. Hey, there he is.
Hey, what'd I miss?
You missed the entire game.
I know. I am so sorry for that, everyone.
It's okay.
Windows Update decided to
That's what I thought.
Let's mess with you today. And then Discord decided to update. Then Steam decided to update. Who we?
Yeah, but we are going to get Squall in here. Hopefully
But
he
I
gets in here soon.
Ooh.
So, what were your thoughts on that while we're waiting for Squall to get in here? I just realized my camera moved.
Okay, I gotta mute this stream.
Oh, Squall is here. Well, hello there, sir. How you doing? Congratulations on that victory.
Thank you.
How you guys feeling right now?
Pretty good, but like that entire time was real stressful. We were all sitting there with some colorful language going on.
I can imagine, honestly. I was watching it while my computer was updating.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey man, a victory is a victory, and Squall, you were actually doing
definitely.
really good on a lot of your recoveries. That was something I was saying during the stream, is that it comes down to recoveries. It comes down to, like, you can make mistakes, but you got to recover. So I'm guessing the comms were a little insane. Like, how were you guys communicating at the end of that?
So, as I'm sure you know, we have Juicy, who is both a console player and a sub player. So he's actually running Discord on his phone.
Oh.
So
Oh, wow.
Fortunately, it does actually work pretty well. So we've actually been able to communicate well throughout. But since it's not Seth, since it's a person that we're not necessarily used to, it took a little bit more adaptation. He'd been playing a bunch of ones this week, so like we had to really adapt back to threes with him.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get it. That's the hard part, is when you have a sub come in who's not used to playing with a team for a while. It kind of plays a mind game, not just on you guys having to handle a new player, but also the fact that this player is also adjusting to playing with a team again. So, I mean, you know, props to you guys being able to just pull it out last second. But so what was going on in game one? You know, we saw overtime how many times? What happened? What was going on in the comms? Or like, what were you guys trying to do in game one that didn't work? And then you were able to readjust both game 2 and 3 that will allow you guys to take that win. What was that?
So our rotations were kind of sloppy in the first round. We weren't really rotating properly. We weren't covering our defense as much as we should. And then we weren't advancing when we should. It was kind of a mishmash of many different little mistakes that came together to result in a loss. But then we took that like 1 minute break in between game 1 and game 2. We're just like, all right, we need to chill out. We need to we're going to talk more. We're going to make sure that we're calling out the boosts we're getting, what corners we're going to, whether we're in net. We're going to call out an excess of things just to make sure we know exactly what is going on. And that seemed to work really well.
Good. That's excellent. That's what you want to do. That's what you guys want to say. I highly recommend your team listening to the vodcast after the VOD after this, because I was kind of dropping both teams, both SDG and DD. I was dropping you guys some tips while I was here as well, since I was kind of commentating on my own because someone decided to leave me.
My bad.
So cool. Somebody's calling you out on your laundry basket there.
No, what about it?
Oh my god.
So there's a laundry basket, you know.
There's a laundry basket there.
I gotta give props where props are due. To be honest, though, like Juicy came in real clutch, especially with that overtime goal, and then like in this last overtime, there was an unbelievable save by Fox that absolutely should not have happened. I have no idea how it occurred. I'm very grateful for it. It was amazing. But we literally sat there like the words that came out of my mouth are extremely inappropriate for this stream.
No, I mean there was some good work out of you guys. Like I said, a little sloppy, but there was at points you guys really did you did well. You hung in there, and is it hung or hang? Yeah, hung in there, right?
Hung in there, yeah.
Hung in there.
Yeah. Although
Words.
hanged is technically correct for a bunch of different things, but that's for like
True.
much more messed up.
True. I hanged my jacket up. No, I'm just kidding. So once again, congratulations to you and
Thank you
DD
very much.
for taking that victory. Just so you guys know, the system we have set up here, DD officially takes second seed over S2.
What?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
S2 had a bye this week. So that's it. They actually now take the lead due to points. The way the setup works is you get points for every time you win a match, and then you get points for every time you win a game. So it's your matches and your games, and then if it really ties up, then it comes down to me. So in technicality, you guys are tied, but then it would come down to me, which would be your win percentage. But I believe DD is in the lead when it comes to... Actually, you know what? No, I don't know. It's weird. The programs are weird. I have a lot of math to do. I don't feel like doing it right now. But either way, DD, you guys are now basically... We'll say you're in second and third. You're fighting with S2 to hold second seed, which is good for you guys. So with that being said, we got one more game tonight, and that's going to be Need Boost versus Ocean's Rage. That will be here in just a moment. So once again, Squall, congratulations to you and DD, and keep it up, guys. I believe you have one more game next week, right? If I remember,
so.
if I remember reading it properly, you guys will have one more game next week, and I believe no. You guys have a bye next week.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's it.
Yeah, you have a bye next week because
Okay.
next week will be TEO versus SDG. That will be the elimination battle. It'll be between you guys. Whoever wins that will move into the playoffs, and whoever loses will fall out of the playoffs before it happens. And then the other game will be S2 versus Mysticats. I know that's the game that everyone is waiting for again, because I know S2 is looking for a huge rebuttal match from the last game we had. The games were tight, but we are here because we're ready to watch Need Boost versus Ocean's Rage coming up next. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Rocket League action. So we'll see you in just a few minutes.
Ocean's Rage and Need Boost. It'll be an exciting game.